Welcome back to our channel, and let's continue on the journey of vitamin C. If you are somebody who is looking forward to make a vitamin C serum for yourself, then you are at the right place. Click on the subscribe button and keep watching. Vitamin C is one of the most common ingredient used in our skincare routine. Vitamin C is one of the most important and common ingredient used in our skincare routine to give your skin that plumpiness, the brightness, to basically keep you looking younger and bright. If you want to know more about what is vitamin C, there's a link somewhere on the top. Please do check out that video. In this video, we are going to learn about what are the different forms of vitamin C available that is commonly used in cosmetic preparation, and how you can make a simple and effective vitamin C, which is not only effective but also easy to make, which you can make at your home. I'm going to show you a very simple and effective DIY vitamin C making procedure, which you can do it at your home. I'm right now in my lab. You can see a lot of stuff around. Don't get overwhelmed, and I'll show you a simple method. My name is Akshata, and I am a cosmetic and skincare enthusiast. I love creating new formulas, learning about ingredients, and that's what I'm sharing with you on this channel. Before we go ahead, please do subscribe and like if you resonate with this video. So let's move ahead and understand what are the vitamin C available. The most common and most used but not very effective vitamin C available in the market is L-ascorbic acid, which oxidizes very fast and loses its potency within a week of making a product. There are many companies that still do use this form of vitamin C, but they do add a lot of other ingredients to kind of stabilize it, which actually increases your cost. So the first one is L-ascorbic acid. I would say stay away from it, though it's cheaper but not very effective or doesn't stay for a long time. The second one is magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. Then you have sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and then you have ethyl ascorbic acid. The magnesium ascorbyl phosphate and sodium ascorbyl phosphate are a little bit better than the earlier, but the most stable and most effective is the ethyl ascorbic acid form. So ethyl ascorbic acid, as you hear from the name, it's acidic in nature. All vitamin C's are acidic in nature, so we need to be very careful when we are creating your formula. So whenever you make a product for yourself, or when you're looking at the ingredients, many people do get scared while reading these names, but they're actually pretty safe. It's just the sciencey name of the ingredients, the chemical names of the ingredients, that makes you scared, but actually they are pretty safe and very much stable and effective. Whether you are making a product for yourself, or whether you are looking forward to purchase a product, if you see ethyl ascorbic acid, please do go ahead and purchase it, because it is more stable. That means that the effectiveness or potency of the product is there for a longer time. Let's go ahead and see how you can make a simple serum for yourself. And I would say, because we are not using any preservatives today, since it's a DIY, I would suggest that you make it in very small quantities, and probably make it every 15 days or till your bottle lasts. And I will put in a link in the description below on where you can buy these ingredients, which is very easy for you to purchase and very cost effective. You don't have to spend thousands of rupees in buying expensive vitamin C serum and wondering whether they are going to work for you or not. You can try this simple and effective serum for yourself, and once you do, I'm sure you're going to leave a good comment below, because I have seen the difference. I know it's effective, and I'm going to share the same with you. There are a couple of things that we need to keep in mind when we are formulating with vitamin C or any kind of active, is understanding the solubility of the ingredient. So ethyl ascorbic acid is very much soluble in water and glycols. That means glycerin in simple terms. So we are going to be making a water-based serum. If you want You can also mix it with any kind of aloe vera gel you have. It's going to give you more effectiveness. Basically, aloe vera will moisturize and vitamin C will take care of all the other things. So I'm going to show you one is a water-based serum that you can just apply in the morning after your moisturizer and cover your face with sunscreen before you step out. And I would recommend to use this serum in the daytime, not at the night. And you can also mix the same portion with an aloe vera gel that you might have available at home. And we are not taking an aloe vera from the plant and then mixing it. I wouldn't recommend it because that will have high chances of getting microbial growth into it and it would not stay for long. So I would recommend that you make a water-based serum first and then try out the gel form. So let's dig into what are things that you would need and how would you make this simple and effective serum for yourself. Let's dig into the ingredients or items that you would need to make this. So I'm using a dropper bottle, preferably use a amber bottle, and this is a glass amber bottle. You can easily get it anywhere, or you can just click on the description below. I'll leave you a link on where to buy this. Why do we need amber bottle is because we are avoiding the oxidation. So vitamin C always better to have an amber bottle. Then I'm using a very small gram scale, and you would need a pH paper to adjust the pH of your product because you want it to be suitable for your skin as well as effective. Now for dilution, you can either use rose water or you can use demineralized water because that is devoid of any kind of ions. That means your vitamin C will react only with water and not with any other metal ions that are in the in water basically. So let's dig into how do we make it. It's very simple, 3 steps process. So here for the effectiveness and potency, we will be using 3% ethyl ascorbic acid, which is very potent. If you are just a beginner or you have not used vitamin C earlier, I would say just go with 1% to start off with. If you want it to be more potent, then you can go with 2%. So let's see how do we make a very simple and effective stable vitamin C serum for yourself. So let's begin. Now this is a 60 ml container, so I'm going to be using the 60 ml container. So I've calculated 60. I will be calculating it in grams. Any formula, make sure that it's in grams. So 60 grams into 3% is around 1.8 grams. So I'm going to be weighing out 1.8 grams of ethyl ascorbic acid that I have. So this is a 60 ml container that I have. So basically 60 grams I'm going to be taking. So 3% of 60 grams is around 1.8 grams. So I'm just taking it in a piece of paper, and this is highly potent, so don't use too much. And you would need an accurate scale, so check in the description below. So I'm going to be adding this into my container. Now that's my ethyl ascorbic acid inside the container. Keep the jar and tear it to 0. You have a tear button. So I'm going to be adding half of the container, and I'm using rose water. So I'll be using around 30 grams for now because it's easier to mix when it's half. Just close the container, shake it well, and it will completely dissolve. And that's gone. Everything is dissolved completely. So we are going to be adding the rest of our rose water. So that's my 60 ml. We're going to be mixing it again. And now it's time to test our pH. You would need a pH paper, and we want the pH of the product to be around 3.5. So just tap a little bit of the product, let it do its work. And you can see the pH is around 5 to 6, which is still fine. If you want to reduce the pH of the product, and this is because we've used rose water. Now, if you want to reduce the pH of the product, what you can do is add citric acid or lactic acid solution. So I've just taken like 2 drops of lactic acid. Lactic acid helps you in skin conditioning, acne, and gives you a very good effect. So a little bit of lactic acid is not harmful. Let me strip out another piece of paper. Make sure that your hands are clean when you're taking a pH paper, otherwise you might spoil it. So the pH of this is around 3.5 now, which is absolutely perfect. I hope it's clear in the video. It's reddish orange, so it's around 3.5, which is absolutely perfect. All we needed was 1 drop of lactic acid, or if you have citric acid in your home, which you use for cooking and baking, you can also dissolve it in water, make a 10% solution, and then use it drop by drop to reduce the pH, and your vitamin C serum is absolutely ready. Hi all, I hope you enjoyed making this vitamin C serum. It's potent, it's effective, and you can use it in a dropper bottle or just like that. Just take a couple of drops and spread it on your skin. It absorbs very quickly, very effectively. You can make it with rose water or preferably used demineralized water for it. If you want, you can add glycerine, but I would say that your moisturizer would already have it. This is a very simple DIY and effective in a stable form, and you can keep it for almost a month. Since the pH is very low, ideally we would not need a preservative. It's very low. If you're someone with sensitive skin, please do not use such a potent serum. You can start off with just 1% for 20 ml solution. You can try with 20 ml of solution. You would need just zero point 0.2 grams of ethyl ascorbic acid, which is very effective. Please check the description box for the links on where you can buy all these things and prepare your most effective and cost-effective vitamin C serum. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, share, and comment, and let us know your views and what would you want to see next. I'll see you in our next video.